All right, we're going to go. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Retro and Rare podcast, episode for Satanic Saturday. You look perplexed.
You already said that, though.
Satanic? Bro, what?
You said last time Synthesias or some shit.
All right, you're already...
Isn't that the same thing?
We have yet to make it 10 seconds to a show where it's cohesive and it makes fucking sense. Satanic Saturday. It's fucking almost Halloween. What are you going to be for Halloween? Because you're 30 and you still dress up, so go ahead.
I'll be what was it, Alan Grant from Jurassic Park.
No, you're not. You remember you showed up to my house once as a SWAT team member?
Oh, yeah.
You're like, yo, I drove all the way from Orlando like this. People were kind of looking at me funny. Yeah, you look like you had like a GTA mod in your car and you were just a SWAT team guy. What's up, man? You good? No, I'm not good. You're a SWAT team in a fucking Ford Focus.
I had the bulletproof vest on.
Yeah, that's not good, bro. You can't just do that. You can't walk around with that. That's illegal. Did you know that?
For Halloween.
No, it's not unillegal for Halloween. It's still illegal, you fucking idiot. Anyway, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Episode number 8. We're getting closer to 10. 10 is going to be a dope episode. I mean, they're all dope, but 10 is going to be crazy because we're going to make announcements for the giveaway on 10. We may even do the giveaway on 10, I think. We said we were going to do, so we got to follow through. We're going to do story time with Uncle Mike on number 10, the Raekwon edition, yeah. We're going to do a couple of cool things, so I'm excited about number 10, but we're in number 8 right now. Format of the show has not changed. We're still going to do crazy things. What? You're looking at me crazy.
Can we do the iPhone shit? Like skip number 9 and just go to 10?
Doyle. What did I tell you about opening your dumb ass mouth unless it's something intelligent to fucking say? Are you stupid, bro? That aneurysm's coming. I feel it. One day, bro. My hand's starting to sweat already. I don't know what's going on, but we're going to run through some topics. We got topic suggestions. Bro, did you see how many there were that I sent you?
Yo.
Fucking a lot. You guys are fucking crazy. Some of you guys say some crazy shit. We're not going to talk about some of that shit, but we're going to run through some topic suggestions and get into some other fuckery. So why don't you hit me with the first topic suggestion?
All right, so we got PS1 hidden gems.
Yeah, I saw that on the list. Should have thought about it a little more. I mean, there's a couple of hidden. I mean, is there any that come to your mind real quick as I'm thinking? Hidden gems on PS1.
Grand Theft Auto?
It's probably the most known PlayStation game ever made. I will say this. I am a proponent of the days where things were exclusive to consoles. Like, do you remember you couldn't play GTA on Xbox?
Oh.
Like, I think Liberty City number 3 was only available initially on Xbox. I'm sorry, on PlayStation, on PS2. I miss those days. I remember waiting for Vice City to come out on Xbox. It was like a huge deal. And they eventually, I believe, released all of them. But PS1 has such a good library. And no, Grand Theft Auto is not it's not a hidden gem, Metal Jesus, okay? Trying to just think of games that I play on PS1 that are kind of obscure that nobody knows about, but there's a lot of shitty games on PS1 as well. And so people like to throw out names of games saying it's a hidden gem when it's really just a game that sucks and no one heard of it. So trying to think, man. I'm blanking out on PS1 hidden.
You know what I used to get down on is the demo discs.
Oh, man. Bro. I must have played Crash Bandicoot First Level how many fucking times on a demo disc. But you know what? That goes back to, and this is coming from somebody with thousands of games, I really like the simplicity of back in the day only having a few games. Because it really puts you in a position where you're like, you learn to love what you have. Instead of, I walk in here sometimes and I'm like, take 10 minutes to figure out what to play and then it takes too long to figure it out and then I don't want to play anything anymore. It's like Netflix scrolling through movies. I spend more time on Netflix looking for something than actually watching something. So those demo discs were fun as shit. That Intelligent Cube game, I think is what it was called. I don't know if it was Intelligent Cube or The Cell or something. Excuse me. It's the one where it's like spinning in a fucking cube going around and you were swinging through things. But anyway, it was on a demo disc and I really fucking loved that game. I had a lot of great memories with demo disc stuff. Not a hidden gem, right? But I mean, there's probably, remember that demo disc you brought over with what was it? It was the Spyro and Crash one, or it was a promotional disc and it has the pop up. It was like 3-dimensional when you open it. It's like a pop up book. That's pretty dope. But overall, I'd probably have to come back to PS1 hidden gems because I really got to run through some titles. There's going to be a lot of like mech warrior kind of games, like a lot of weird, obscure mech games PS1 is good for. All right, give me another topic. I failed on that one.
Oh, yeah? What?
Yeah.
What about Cool Borders?
But that's not a fucking hidden gem, Doyle. Everybody knows Cool Borders. Hidden gems are really good games not many people have heard of. If you never heard of Cool Borders, there you go. You got one. Give me another topic. Jesus.
Yo, you're talking about the Kanye West new album?
Yeah, so, I like Kanye West a lot. I think he's a good dude. I think he's, he gets misrepresented a lot. I think he's been through a lot. I think he's extremely talented. I think he gets thrown into a box and people want him to act and do certain things. I listened to the new album. It's obviously very religious and Jesus heavy, which is great. I'm not a super religious guy. I don't think there's anything negative he's getting out of being religious or like down with Jesus at that level. That's cool. He kind of is speaking a lot of sense in my opinion. Some of the production was different. I won't say it's bad because it really wasn't. It's Kanye and he's nice, but I'm like a lot of people. I miss Late Registration. I miss Graduation. Those were the days for me that Kanye was all the way at the top. But you know what? That man has come back from some shit, bro. Like his mom passing away, the way that she passed away, and then his mental health being fucked up, and he's dealing. Do you realize how much pressure that man has to deal with every day? And people just call him crazy. It's like, bro, well, maybe he had a mental breakdown. He went in like $30 million in debt. He climbed out of it. They said Yeezy was estimated worth $3 billion, the company. Now, I guess it's a conglomerate. Like, it's Adidas, so he doesn't own Adidas, but the Yeezy brand is about $3 billion. It's pretty wild. So, I support Kanye West. I know a lot of people think he's nuts and they don't fuck with him. He is a musical genius. He is an art genius. The way he sees things, sees life. I like people like that. I've always appreciated people like that because they're different, and I'm different, so fuck it. Next topic.
Yeah, but you like his new album?
It's not for me. That album, but I haven't re-listened to a Kanye album that he's put out in the last like 8 albums. I'm mid-2000s Kanye, that's it. Whatever. I mean, he can produce his ass off, and when he wants to rap, he can rap. This shit, he's just getting into a different, and that was his whole thing. He's trying to say, yo, don't just put me in this fucking box. If I want to do this and this and this and this is what I do. You got to appreciate that. All right, give me another topic.
Yo, what about Nas? Well, this is the topic here, Power Glove, but I remember Nas having that Rob the Robot shit.
Yeah, he had Rob the Robot. I mean, Power Glove's a different thing, you moron.
I thought they worked together.
The Power Glove and Rob the Robot? No.
That might be new shit.
Rob the Robot is what you hook like fucking, what's that game called that it comes with or whatever? Where you grab the fucking cubes and shit and you put them. It's fucking, I mean, Rob the Robot's a fail, but that is a really famous photo of Nas where he's sitting on his bed and you see on his dresser he has the old, it looks like a Sony PVM monitor, which is even more incredible, but it's a really old Trinitron. And he has an NES and Rob the Robot on top of it. That's by a famous hip-hop photographer. His name is Chimudo. I hope I'm saying his name right. I hope I'm not butchering that. He's on Instagram. All those famous photos you've ever seen in hip-hop, like Biggie by the Twin Towers. You know what I'm talking about, right? Like that Nas photo, the one of Nas by the Queensbridge Project sign rolling up a joint, the one with Raekwon, Mobb Deep and Nas when they recorded Eye for an Eye in the studio, and Raekwon's in that yellow shirt with the beanie on. This is all that guy. Like, think about what he's captured. All those Gangster photos. He's captured some of the most iconic moments in hip-hop history. So, I don't know why we brought Nas up like that, but...
it's the Power Glove. That's what the...
the topic was Power Glove. I mean, Power Glove is cool. It's just a failed Nintendo product that they were trying to be ahead of their time, and they were trying to fucking innovate within the game, which, to me, that's Nintendo's flaw nowadays to me. They're trying to reinvent the wheel too much when they should just stick to core gaming shit like solid controller, the best available graphics, and great gameplay. That's where I think they fell off in the last, 5 to 7 years. So the Power Glove is cool. I still don't have one just because I don't know. Remember there used to be one at that game store we used to go to. It was behind it was behind the thing, and they would never sell it. It was not for sale. That was where your boy Squeaky, that guy Squeaky. Yeah, I just cleaned it up. Remember that guy, bro? He was weird, but he knew his shit. He knew his shit, bro. He put us on to shit when we were just little baby G's. Now we're OGs. Next topic.
Yo, he used to resurface my games. That was dope.
No problem. I'll bring it in the back. I'm bringing it in the back. Just might need a quick resurface.
Yeah, so the other one, the other one is Verse series.
So like Street Fighter versus, X-Men and all that shit. Or X-Men versus Street Fighter. I love all of them. I mean, I'm trying to think of Street Fighter versus Marvel Superheroes is probably my favorite of the Verse series.
What about Capcom versus SNK?
Oh, that's a good one too. I was gonna say Marvel versus Capcom too, right? I mean, everyone knows that's my favorite, but X-Men versus Street Fighter is one of the best, and then the Marvel Superheroes. But you said what? Capcom versus SNK, and then Capcom versus SNK 2, and then there's the EO version. Those games are great. I wish they would bring those back, bro. I need DC versus Marvel. Imagine that fighting game with the Mortal Kombat characters, like Injustice 2. That's a versus game, really, because you got Ninja Turtles, and now they got it's in Mortal Kombat. They got T-800 Terminator.
Oh.
They got the Arnold now. But I mean, that game is like, it's older now. Like, it's been out long enough where I'm like, whatever. But you got a favorite versus game? Because
I've always liked Marvel vs. Street Fighter. That shit was dope.
But people hate it on the PlayStation. PS1 gets all kind of crazy hate for the fighters. Well, frame rates, textures, character selection. It's playable to me, man. I think people over criticize those games. Now, of course, on the Saturn, are they better? Yeah, but some of them are imports. Not really into the imports. I know it could still play and all this shit, but I don't know. But, you look at the fighter wall, I got them all. We got Marvel vs. Capcom 2, X-Men vs. Street Fighter Alpha 3. It's not a versus, but what else we got? That's the other one I was talking about. Marvel Superheroes vs. Street Fighter. But it's on PlayStation, so people can be like, it sucks. The version sucks, bro. It's garbage, bro.
Which one?
Marvel Superheroes vs. Street Fighter. But any of them suck on PlayStation, according to most people. Or people that have never played it, just watch a YouTube video, then think they know what they're talking about it. Yeah, those people. Yeah. Damn. Yeah. Anyway, give me another topic.
Yo, what about Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite? That shit was a fail thing, right? Or you liked it?
I liked it. I had no problem with it except for the fact that the art style wasn't my favorite. And the character selection. The real problem with that game is there was no X-Men. That's that Sony shit. Or whatever the fuck happened. I don't know what the fuck happened, but no X-Men in that game was kind of fucked up. It is a solid fighter. Like, mechanically, it works great. The character selection, it's a little lacking. They had Venom in there as DLC. I appreciated it. The art style, though. See, like Marvel vs. Capcom 2, 2D, shells shaded kind of art style I loved. Marvel vs. Capcom 3, everyone loves that. I had a dude the other day on Instagram tell me that everything after Marvel vs. Capcom 2 sucks. And I'm like, what about 3, bro? I've never met anyone who didn't like 3.
What about that on the Vita?
Incredible. That OLED screen, bro. I mean, that's actually a really sought after Vita game. Marvel vs. Capcom 3. I'm glad I got that early on. Motherfuckers charging $80 for it now. I recently have looked up prices on a lot of shit that I haven't looked up in a while. And bro, little shit. You realize like Doom for Saturn's like $100 game now? It's a shitty version of Doom, really. $100 game, bro. Oh, you joking? I don't understand how that's possible. I started randomly, because I got all this crazy shit here. I started randomly going through shit, bro. There are some games that I haven't looked up in years that are triple in price now. But the video game market's crashing, right? That's what everyone says. I love that. It's hitting a bubble, man. Yo, just saw a YouTube video, and this guy with long hair, he's like, yo, listen, it's crashing, bro, so it's got to be true. You got a lot of likes, you got a lot of subscribers. Okay. Suck my dick. You're wrong. And who cares? The only people that would say that the video game market is crashing are people that have sold their collection and dearly miss it and are pissed. And people that just don't know what they're talking about and they're trying to be contrarian. It's a collectible that every single day that goes by, there's less of. And there's still a high demand. Video games ain't going nowhere. People that grew up playing these games are still around and still loving them. And as time progresses, people like NES is my first console. Well, you got fucking people that have PS2 as their first console. So in 10 or 15 years, that shit's going to be fucking triple the price. Some people don't believe it, but luckily for me, I didn't get into this as a strictly an investment. If you did, that's cool. I'd rather just deal with my passions and not worry about it. So God bless.
Yo, somebody wants to do for the 10th episode a game tour, and I can zoom in, they said.
No, you're not.
I can do pan shots.
Touch the camera. Die. It's never going to change. I don't care. When we're on our 642nd episode, that camera, if it's touched, you die. And I don't care. I could just get another person to sit in that chair and read me fucking suggestions. So unless you want to die, you're not going to touch the camera. You probably wrote in that question. You probably secretly suggested that. No, don't read the guy's name. He might be in witness protection. Don't do that.
It's Giancarlo 36.
No. Don't be an idiot. Yeah, we are going to do a room tour, though. Yeah, we are going to do a really good in-depth room tour. And I'm also thinking, and I guess I want people in the comments to let me know, what do you guys think about other kind of content? What other kind of content besides the podcast? Maybe in between episodes, we can do a review of a game. Like, I'm down to do any other kind of content. I know a lot of people enjoy the show for what it is, but fuck it, we could switch it up. We can do some other shit. I can review a system. We could do the game room tour, which I'm really looking forward to because I want to get in depth with this. And then you can touch the camera. The touch the camera die only is with this setup here. It doesn't apply to a room tour. Then you can fuck around with the camera since you think you're Steven Spielberg. So, all right, what else we got here? Anything else?
All right, we got 90s popular toys.
Okay. Obviously, Turtles, Transformers. Now, those are 80s, but into the 90s, they released them too. Just me growing up, Batman toys were huge for me. The 90s ones even, like with Mr. Freeze and shit, when he had the little dome thing. Wrestling, bro. WWF figures back in the day, I was nuts. I had the fucking ring. I had all the figures. I even had the mini ring. I remember, like, with the, what were they called? Oh, man. The two bald guys that licked each other's heads. The Bushwhackers. You remember the Bushwhackers? They used to come out and they were licking each other's heads and shit. They were wildin', bro. Bushwhackers were the shit. Legion of Doom. Legion of Doom were awesome. But I had all those figures, man. Remember the WWF figures with the bone-crunching action? Remember the elbows and...
What about the Pogs or whatever?
Pogs?
Right?
Yeah, I had the O.J. Simpson
cool.
one. OJ, remember the Slammer? And it was O.J. Simpson's face and it said OJ in the Slammer. And then the other side, it was a hologram and it said, "Where's the juice?" Yo, I love that shit, bro. Pogs were awesome, dude. But they're not worth anything.
Damn.
I don't know why. I don't know why Pogs didn't catch on as a collectible. Like around that time, people playing Magic the Gathering, those cards are worth money. Pogs, not so much. But I did have the OJ Pog. My mother bought it for me and she thought it was funny as fuck.
What about those little TY Bears or whatever? Remember those shits? I forgot.
Oh, yeah. What were they called? Man, fuck. People wasted their money on those.
Teeny Babies or some shit?
Yeah, Beanie Babies. Fucking Beanie Babies,
I remember
bro.
somebody went to court for them shits.
Oh, yeah, and then they separated all of them? Yeah, that was a famous divorce case. They had to sit in front and separate all the fucking Beanie Babies, bro. You get this one, and you get this one, and no, it's mine. It's mine. No, bitch, listen. That's my fucking Beanie Baby. I would be in the courtroom so pissed. Imagine all this, splitting this up with a chick. Oh, yeah, joking? Nah, I ain't fucking with that. But anyway, shout out to everybody who bought Beanie Babies in the 90s thinking you were about to be rich and then realized you just wasted your money and you have a bunch of sketchy, bean-filled small animals in your house. God bless. All right, motherfuckers, you know what time it is. Item of the day. Today's item is the Sega fucking Nomad. I don't think the fucking is an official, but I do love me the Sega Nomad. Of course I got, you know what I got in there. Maximum Carnage. Wonderful game. Got the speakers on this bitch. You hear that shit? I love this fucking. Now, Sega Nomad came out in what, 93? I think it was.
What's the band on that?
Green Jelly. I have the cassette tape. Shout out to the dude that sent me that. There was a follower who sent me the cassette tape, the official soundtrack, but it was on a cassette tape, a promo tape for this. Now, this thing, I love this thing, bro. We'll do like a B-roll footage on it for the fucking, that way you don't touch the camera and die and we still get to see it. So,
damn.
But this thing to me is one of the greatest systems to ever come out for a couple of reasons. Number one, great game, by the way. Maximum Carnage, red cartridge, you need it in your life. Now, this is incredible for a few reasons. Number one, way ahead of its time, portable color screen when color screens were not a thing. Granted, this screen is not that great. It is a little blurry. If you don't get it modded, it's still playable. Now, yes, mine has a Wu-Tang sticker, like a lot of shit other shit does that in the collection, but the one negative I'll say about this, the battery life, if you're running it on a battery, not so great. What people don't understand is batteries have evolved since 1993, motherfuckers. If you put good batteries in here, you'll get a couple hours out of it. Normally, you'll get like 45 minutes out of it, but it does have a DC plug, right? And the most important thing about this, two things. Number one, Sega's selling point was, as opposed to the Game Boy, you don't have to get a whole new library of games. Just take your Genesis cartridges and use them. Now, AV out and second controller in. So the AV out is right here. You plug this in. It's just a standard AV for the Genesis. Plug it into your TV. Plug it into the wall. Plug in a second controller if you want. Or one player and you use this as the remote. Incredible. It was a portable Genesis. So fuck the Switch, right? Switch is garbage because they're not innovative, because this came out first and it's better. No. But I think this is something every collector should have. If you're a fan of Sega, you should have this. And the other thing that really impresses me about this is I think this is top 3 best D-pads ever made.
Oh, yeah.
It's one of the best D-pads ever in anything. Any controller, any system, any whatever. So the Sega Nomad is super important to me. I've had it for a long time. This kid picked up the fucking battery pack for me.
That's a must.
No, you have to have it, yeah. Because otherwise right now I wouldn't be able to turn it on. I'd have to plug it into the wall. When I first started collecting early on, I really played that thing a lot. That was something that I would take with me. That's something that I would fucking sit outside and fucking play. Like, I remember I went through a long, I like to have my cigars every night. I went through this period in time where I was playing this shit for a long ass time outside smoking a cigar. It was like one of my favorite pastimes. Anyway, Sega Nomad Fire, I think it's one of the best portables to ever come out. It holds its value. It's actually a pretty pricey handheld to buy nowadays. If you could find one, some of them, they need to be recapped, meaning you need to get new capacitors for sound and video. It might be dull on both ends. Anyway, it's worth it if you find one, especially for a good price. God bless. Next topic.
They're chunking in price, though. I just saw eBay 200.
No. For real? That seems to be a reoccurring theme. You tell me the eBay price and I just go, no. All right, but anyway, Sega Nomad, amazing. What other? We got any more topics? Or yeah, we probably got plenty.
Yeah, we got the Warriors on PS2.
I mean, I played on Xbox. Now, is there a better version? I don't really know, because I love the movie, The Warriors. I hate the Golden State Warriors. Speaking of which, thank you for the topic suggestion. Let me just use this time to laugh at the Warriors. They got dropped. How many points got dropped on them the other night? 142 motherfuckers. That's the team of the century. That's the team that beats the 73 win Bulls and all 72 win, excuse me. No. Where's Klay Thompson at? Injured? Oh, Steph Curry, he's the best ever. Hall of Famer, right? What happened? Oh, it's just one game, Mike. Just one game. Steph Curry's the best shooter of all time, okay? Look at the stats. He shoots 36-footers. No problem. He's like 46%. Shut the fuck up. If Steph Curry played in the 90s, he wouldn't last 30 games in a season. Mark my words. He's a little-ass dude that we play in a league now where if you go technical, I'm not impressed by it, bro. I love to see the Warriors lose. I love to see people like Michael Jordan come out and say shit like that and get everybody riled the fuck up, because it's so funny to watch people go, you can't say, what does Michael Jordan know about fucking basketball? You know what some people say? Oh, well, obviously he's not good at assessing talent. That's why he's not good as an owner and a manager. Okay. I know. Michael Jordan doesn't know good players when he sees. You know what? You know why Michael Jordan said that? He said that because he, like a lot of people that are of a certain age or a fan of old school basketball, do not appreciate the way the game is played now. The game is not played the way the game is supposed to be played now. It is not. It's supposed to be big man on the inside, pound the boards, this and that. Every once in a while, you throw it out to the little man on the wing, he hits a three. Now, most shots are three-pointers, especially teams like Golden State. Well, they go in, Mike, so it doesn't matter. It's a bullshit brand of basketball, no matter how you slice it. I don't care. LeBron doesn't play that way. Does LeBron play that the way Steph Curry plays? What do I always say to you? Shaquille O'Neal said this, and I give him credit for it, but he said it on NBA on TNT a long time ago. He was disrespecting, in a way, Steph Curry's style of basketball by saying, if I was playing Steph Curry back in the day and he hit his third three-pointer of the quarter, the next time he pulled up for a three, I'm going to put my elbow through the front of his throat. And if I don't do it, we'll get someone off the bench that's like a third stringer. He'll do it, take a flagrant, whatever. The next time Steph Curry goes up for the three, he's going to think about it. That's hard-nosed ball. So what? So just let everyone just chuck up 40-footers? And you're impressed by it because he practices it 6 hours a day? I'm not saying I'm better than Steph Curry at basketball, got a better shot or anything. I just know that if I practice a certain style enough, I'm going to get good at it.
You can't hate on his skill, though.
That's
hating on his skill.
No, not really. I don't think it's hating on his skill because look, it's Steph Curry.
You can't get the man injured.
Nah, I'm not. I don't mean that. Don't get me wrong. I don't mean really like fucking break his clavicle. I just mean you. What did Shaquille O'Neal say? Give him a little chicken wing. You give him a chicken wing, bro, because it makes him think twice about the shot, and it's just enough to get it off.
People frowned upon that.
I know, but that's the way ball's played, and that's why these motherfuckers now wouldn't last a second back in the 90s, bro. It's not because I'm Mr. 90s and I'm nostalgic. The brand of basketball played back then is superior than it's playing now. Are athletes more conditioned, healthier, better technology now? Sure. So you're telling me Michael Jordan still wouldn't be Michael Jordan today? Come on, bro. Like, I'm just tired of it, bro. And I'm tired of, like, everybody wants to be a part of something special now. So we're all willing to put everything aside that's happened in the past to say, no, what's happening now is the best. That's because you're in it right now. And you want to be a part of it. No. Jordan and the Bulls back in the day, best NBA team ever. Doesn't matter. Absolutely. Smoke the Warriors any day of the week. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I've been watching basketball since I'm fucking 5. I know what I'm talking about. Just the way it is, bro. When things were tougher, more hard-nosed, like, you look at the competition that Jordan played against, it is better than now. People talking shit like, you don't think Stockton and Malone weren't amazing competition to play against? The fundamentals of those guys? Come on, bro. I don't know. I'm not into this fucking chucking up half-court shots, and it doesn't do it for me, bro. I love LeBron James. He's my favorite player in the league. I'm a Knicks fan, but we suck. So
the season looks good, though. You got the Greek Freak. You got Kawhi Leonard.
Overall,
James Harden.
No.
Russell Westbrook.
That's cool, but I'm also not a fan of the huge, like, the teams. Like, I don't like this. Like, I can't win with you. I'll go join up another equally great player and we'll win a ring. And for the record, LeBron James going to an aging Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh, who's overrated. When people give him his flowers, I'm like, he's great, but calm down. Is not the same as Kevin Durant going to already a championship-winning Warriors team that he had just lost the year before. And by the way, where the fuck's Kevin Durant? In Brooklyn with a bad fucking Achilles. There's just no more loyalty in the fucking league, and it dilutes it. I grew up in a time where you stayed on your fucking team. I don't know, for some reason you think that I despise Kobe Bryant, and I always say I don't, I just hate his fans, but Kobe Bryant stayed on the fucking Lakers. I will say with LeBron, I don't like that he moved around. I don't like that. You stay on your fucking team and you win with what you got, and you get players to make you better. You can't criticize Jordan for that, and I don't give a fuck when anyone says, people say, oh, well, Jordan and Pippen, that was like a super team. Jordan still wins rings without fucking Pippen. I don't want to hear this bullshit. Stop it. Oh, so if Scottie Pippen wasn't on the Bulls, they wouldn't have won the rings? And by the way, Jordan is undefeated in the fucking finals, and if he wasn't forced to retire for some sketchy conspiracy shit for 2 years or a year, he'd have 8 rings. I'm not the what-if guy, so I don't like that either because it's not fair because we can't We can't quantify it at all. But anyway, fuck Steph Curry. This was all to say. Remember that song? What was that song that came out a long time ago? And they had the meme of Russell Westbrook dancing to it. Fuck Steph Curry. Fuck Steph Curry. I don't give a fuck. I forget what it was. This was all because of the Warriors video game that I just went on that rant. Never really fucked with the PS2 version of the Warriors. I love Xbox version of the Warriors. And I also love the movie The Warriors. And I also love when Diddy did the Warriors in the beginning of Flavor in Your Ear. Come out. It was doing Bad Boy. Come out and play. More butts than ashtrays. All right. Anyway, another topic.
Best gangster movies.
Forget about it. Donnie Brasco, Goodfellas, The Godfather, Scarface. What else?
What about Bronx Tale?
Ooh,
is that a good?
Colosio. Of course it is.
Oh, yeah?
You only get how many great women do you get in your life? 2? What do you say? Was it with Sonny? What do you say? 2? You get 2 great women in your life. I've done that, by the way. First of all, you gotta understand. I grew up Long Island, New York. My first car was an '88 Cadillac DeVille 4-door, 40,000 miles, damn near brand new, with red carpets and red leather interior. Killing it, bro.
What were you bumping?
You know what my number one song in there was? Honestly, I thought I was cool bumping around. What would be the perfect song? And this is what I played every single day. People knew me for it. I had 4 12s, by the way. First I had 4 Rockford Fosgate 12s. Then I had 4 Kickers. Big Pimpin' by Jay-Z.
Oh.
I'm coming through in the caddy. Dun, 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 dun. I would just be pulling up. Some of my best memories of my life are in that car. And that car got stolen from me. All right, story time with Uncle Mike. So, I say all this because growing up in Long Island, like Cadillacs and the gangster movies, the mafia shit, and I knew a couple people that were, you know what I'm saying, little fucking Jimmy 2 times, going to get the papers. I knew a couple people like that. I had my '88 Cadillac DeVille. And loved the car to death. It was my baby. It was just the best thing ever. Just like anybody who's 16, 17 will get their first car. I treated this thing like the best thing in the world. I put $1 million worth of audio equipment in it. That was my life back then. So anyway, drive it around. I used to work at a restaurant in Freeport. Actually, right over, I've seen, rest in peace, Prodigy. I used to see Prodigy and Havoc over there all the time. They actually used to pick up, or try to pick up, this chick Elise that I used to work with at the restaurant. I was just like a busboy. So I used to drive to Freeport every day. It was like in the hood. But at the end of the pier, at the end of the block was the water in Freeport. And there was a beautiful, my uncle owned it. It was a fucking catering hall / restaurant. And I worked there for years. The reason I'm even bringing that up is because I would drive. It was like a 30-minute drive. One day, I drive home from work. I wake up for school on a Monday morning. I go outside. I literally said, I walked outside to go to school at 7 in the morning and said, dude, where's my car? That's when the movie was new, too. I said, dude, where's my car? And I'm like, I know it. What? It's supposed to be in the driveway. Like, this is like not even, your brain doesn't know how to react. Well, long story short, my car got stolen. My fucking Cadillac, stolen, gone. So then I got my girlfriend calling me, fucking screaming at me that I'm late picking her up for school. And I was like, listen, bitch, my fucking car is gone. I'll fucking talk to you when I talk to you. Like, I don't give a fuck about anything. So I go to school. Anyway, that day, I don't even remember how I got to school, but I was depressed, bro. I called the cops. I remember the cop was such a dick, too. And I'm not Mr. Fuck the police guy, especially as I get older. I respect fucking cops and shit. The cop was a dick, and he was screaming at me and shit. Like, he was pissed about it. Yeah, he came over to my house to write a report, and he was just saying, like, that I'm an asshole, like, essentially. It was such a weird dynamic. But you know what he told me? He's like, and don't you dare, if you see your car anywhere, don't you dare touch it. We'll arrest you on sight. I'm like, bro, he's like, because he's trying to say that, like, I don't know, like an investigation. He was trying to say, because he's like, oh, let me guess, you had one of those stupid fucking stereos in your car. And I'm like, well, yeah, I did, officer. That's great. That's why they stole it. Okay, all right, whatever. I went to school. They started a fundraiser for me that day in school. I got like $850 in like 3 hours in school. Everyone giving me dollar bills. Like I was going to go buy another car. Shout out to everyone at school. That was fucking funny. And I just went home. Well, That was the beginning of my senior year of high school. Actually, it was midway through. We get to the end of high school. I graduate high school. My parents, best parents in the world, they buy me a two-door 1991 Cadillac DeVille for graduation. I was the best thing ever. I was so fucking happy. I was so grateful. I fucking cried like a little baby, right? Dopest car ever. Ironically, it was the next door neighbor of my girlfriend at the time. Like, that was what was funny, was she was bitching about not picking her up from school. That one, the fucking Cadillac that my parents bought me were from her neighbor, which was just a coincidence. It was funny. But I go to Jones Beach one day. Shout out to Jerome's niece who got shot in the dome piece on her way home from Jones Beach. Illmatic. But I'm sleeping in my room. I remember sleeping. I remember my mother screaming up the stairs to me, Mike. I'm like, Ma, shut the fuck. I'm just trying to take a nap. I'm sunburnt. I'm half fucking drunk from coming back from the beach. They say they found your car, she says. They found your Cadillac. I'm like, I jump up, what? I'm like, where? She's like, it's in Brooklyn. I'm like, what? Bro, some guy stole my car, committed 2 murders in the car, backseat, bank robbery in Virginia, blown out brain matter in my backseat.
Pulp Fiction shit.
Bro, the cops, this is how the guy got caught. He was in the city and there was a bus. And the guy didn't want to wait for the bus on the side. He hopped the curb, drove around the bus on the sidewalk in the middle of Brooklyn. And when he went to get back on the street, he almost hit a cop car. And the cop's like, yo, burp, lit him up, ran all the VIN numbers. All the VIN numbers on the car were half scratched off and they were registered to completely different cars. Except there's one VIN number that only the DMV knows. And they found it in that location on that car and it matched up, came back to my car. And so I get a phone call. I come down to the police station at like 10 o'clock at night in the middle of the summer in fucking Brooklyn. And this cop, another aggravated fucking cop, he goes, me and my dad are there and he's trying to say that we're not going to take the car home tonight because this and that. It doesn't have headlights. It doesn't work, this and that. My dad's like, no, we're towing the car back on my van, which was sketchy as shit. The cop goes, go through all this shit. There was a bunch of shit laying, like bags, duffel bags, all this shit laying around the fucking precinct. He asked me to go through it all to find out what was mine, what wasn't, to separate it. And then he's like, and then get out of here. I want to go home. I'm like, all right. 10 minutes in, I'm doing it. He comes in and goes, hey. I'm like, what? He's like, what are you doing? Get all this shit and get the fuck out of here. I'm like, what? He goes, I don't care. Take it all. Bro, I got CD books this thick. 3 of them. And you know, back in the day, this is 2000, 2001. Bro, that was life. I got like $700 in rap CDs. I got 2 pairs of Timberlands. It was all stolen shit. Because I told him, I'm like, I got to go through it all. I got a North Face bubble. Oh shit, I got a North Face bubble fucking goose jacket. And none of my audio equipment was gone. None of it. It was all there. Guy tinted my windows and he put an 8-ball on my steering wheel. OG. Now guess what? We drove it back. No power, no nothing. It didn't work. Battery disconnected, everything. My dad towed it. I drove my dad's big ass conversion van and he towed it with a fucking tow strap from Brooklyn to Massapequa, Long Island. No headlights, no nothing, with me driving it. Like, what the... Now, luckily I got the car back. You get home, everything's cool. My cousin Keith, shout out my cousin Keith, came by the next day. I cleaned up the car. It was disgusting. There was blood. There was weird shit in the back. There was pictures of people's family. It smelled. I cleaned it. My cousin gave me $1,500 for the car. Went to Sunrise Mall, blew it on Mitchell and S jerseys. God bless. Now that's financial responsibility. Yo, we're going for the long haul today. Give me another topic, motherfucker.
All right, so we got speaking of gangster movies, we got The Irishman coming out soon.
Oh, that looks good. You won't shut the fuck up about it. Every 2 seconds you'll go see The Irishman. I saw your previews. You want to see it? No, I want to see it. And speaking of, I know I got off on a tangent about my car being stolen. I don't know what the fuck I just blacked out. Gangster movies, though, I would have to say that Scarface and Goodfellas are my favorite. What are yours?
Damn. I would say Donnie Brasco's up there, you know?
Top 5, yeah. Top 5.
Yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to close that out because we didn't really close that out. Well, I started talking about my car getting stolen. I don't know what the fuck happened.
King of New York, or what is it?
Ooh, Christopher Walken.
That shit was dope.
Christopher Walken's a funny-ass guy. Need more cowbell.
Remember when he came back to his crew and they were like, Lawrence Fishburne and shit?
Yeah, Lawrence Fishburne's the man, bro. I like him. Anyway, what was the topic? What's the new topic?
What about that Ice Cube one? Was that a gangster movie?
What are you talking about?
Boys in the Hood.
Oh yeah, I mean that's more of a, I put that in the hip hop movie. Like I put that with Juice and NWA movie. I didn't like. I was thinking of Ice Cube again, but Boys in the Hood and Juice and Paid in Full. Paid in Full is so good, bro. Yo, Paid in Full. Anybody that ever owed me money is fucking dead, B. Yo, Mekhi Phife. Cam in that movie is amazing. 87 Beamer, huh?
Yo, what about your boy Kermit the Frog?
Yo. Yo, that's my boy, bro. You supposed to be hitting that. Bro, I love him, bro. And he looks like Stephen A. Smith. He looks just like Stephen A. Smith, bro. That might have even been Stephen A. Smith. Anyway, give me another topic. This is wild.
What about The Irishman? You haven't talked about it.
I don't know enough about it. Did it come out yet, Doyle?
Okay.
Or is it just in preview status? You fucking idiot. Is it out?
It's coming out November 1st
All right.
in the theaters, and then Netflix is coming out with it.
Okay. Oh, and then I was gonna say what? So you bought your Star Wars tickets, right? You want to give everyone a little 2-minute Star Wars thing?
That's gonna be lit.
What's it called?
The Rise of Skywalker.
Who dies in this one?
We don't know. There's a lot of leaks. Oh, Emperor Palpatine's coming back. Your boy.
I like Palpatine.
Yeah.
He needs a tan. He's a little sketchy, but he was good in Battlefield or Battlefront. I always used to use him because he had the paws. He was cool. All right, give me another topic.
All right, favorite or least favorite game franchise?
Man, it's hard for me to talk shit. Like, I don't have least favorite stuff. I mean, I guess I could say fucking Smash Brothers. Well, you're number one Smash Brothers. It's funny. You're fanboy times 5,000. I hate Smash. It's not a legit fighting game. It's for 5-year-olds. People expose glitches and think they're good. It's not that good. Now, on paper, the concept of Smash seems good to me. Take Nintendo characters fighting game. Why can't it be like Marvel vs. Capcom 2 Nintendo?
Snake is in it.
Yeah, that's not enough, though. Snake! Meryl. It's just not enough for me, man. And I don't like the floaty. I'm not into like the floaty kind of feel and like people fly off the map. I don't like the scoring with the 100%. I don't even understand how it works. I don't like it. So I'll say that that's my least favorite franchise is fucking Smash Brothers. My favorite is Gran Turismo, of course. And I'm trying to think of another not obvious favorite.
Metal Gear.
Oh, of course. Yeah, Metal Gear Solid. And Twisted Metal for me.
No.
Twisted Metal Black, Twisted Metal 2.
Primal Rage?
No, Doyle. Primal Rage is one of the worst fighting games of all time. I would honestly say that. It would be dope if they brought it back, though. Like new graphics. Like Injustice 2 or Mortal Kombat 11. They could probably do some dope stuff. You know what came out the other day that I was thinking about picking up because I was loving the mobile is the Call of Duty. Oh. Modern Warfare. I just watched some people on Twitch. The shit looks crazy.
Well, I heard the real game is the shit.
That's what I'm saying.
And it's cross-platform and everything.
Yeah, I mean, I
might have to cop it.
Yeah, I was thinking about getting it today. I almost went to GameStop and got the fucking $100. Yeah, and I'm getting better at that. Honestly, I'm getting better. Look, I have this stupid one from Call of Duty Black Ops 4 Pro Edition. I paid $120 for that asshole. I'm an idiot. That's Compulsive Carl. That's my alter ego, Compulsive Carl, buying dumb shit like that. You know what that game's worth now? $5. Not worth anything. I looked it up on GameStop. They give you like $5. So trade, because I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll actually get my head out of my ass and I'll take some of these PS4 games that I do not play at all, just enough to get the new Call of Duty. That way I don't feel bad. Nope. Collector problems. I like go to touch the games and I'm like, I can't do it.
No Man's Sky?
Right, but what am I gonna do? Get $3 for that? And like I have to get trade in like 35 games, bro. I'm not doing that, bro. But it does look good, the new Call of Duty. I watched the thing where because they got the nukes now again. I don't know if the other one had nukes. Because you can nuke fucking motherfuckers. That shit was sick. He went on a 30 fucking kill spree, bro. And got the nuke and shut it down. Yeah. Alright, another topic.
We got Tomba, Legend of
Yeah,
Dragoon.
Tomba. Yeah. Those are great
games.
Those are great PS1 games. Those are great. Do you know who Tomba is? Come on, bro.
Yeah, it's all right.
Legend of Dragoon. You like anything with Dragoon, so you're down.
That's not bad.
Yeah. Anything you like, Dragoon.
What about graded games?
Oh, graded games I'm not into. Not into sealed or graded because I feel like video games should really be played now.
Yo, you got that sealed Wu-Tang, though. You could get that
But
graded.
I got that because I sent my other copy to Raekwon's son.
Oh, episode 10?
Yeah, we're going to do story time with Uncle Mike on that one. That needs to be. But no, I'm not into graded games, and if you collect graded games, that's great. I've never been into a sealed game and then obviously grading it. Some of them it's expensive though. You see like that black box Mario NES graded one for like 40 grand.
Oh.
People are nuts. I don't know. I just want to meet the guy who paid 40,000. Who paid 40,000 for a Mario?
Could be Juice World.
Who? Oh, that's that weird rapper guy. He's depressed, man. That kid. I think he's got problems.
Yeah, he bought Pokemon games though.
I think a lot of those rappers, those weirdo rappers that you like, they're into that.
Oh.
They're into like Dragon Ball Z, a lot of anime shit.
What about your boy Currency?
I like Currency. Does Currency come on the show? Currency is not coming on the show. He's not. Meanwhile, if Currency came through, he would love this fucking place. Fucking Spitta Andretti. Bastard. I like Currency though. He's a cool guy. He smokes a lot of weed. We're into the same shit. He's got a kid now, so he acts a little different.
Oh.
Well, that's his problem. Anyway, next topic.
All right, so this one's pretty cool. If you can play a game for the first time again, what would it be?
Oh, that's an awesome question. The first time I played Metal Gear changed my life. I still vividly remember renting it from Movie Land USA on Hicksville Road. It was a mom and pop rental shop. And I rented that game. And I had heard about it. I had read about it in Game Informer, Game Pro, one of the things just the leading up to. I knew that the other ones existed, like the Nintendo versions, but I wasn't really into it then. And I saw about like, tactical espionage, like in seeing it in the magazines, because that was YouTube for us back in the day, was the magazines. I remember I went to every Friday night. My father would take me and a friend to Movie Land USA. It was connected right next to Phil's Pizza. Every Friday night we got Phil's Pizza, and my dad was allowed, he said, you could pick out 2 movies in a game and 2 movies, whatever. And he would pick out movies or whatever. First of all, we used to go into, this is what, mid-90s, I'm fucking 10, 11, 12. Me and my buddy would go into where the like porno shit was in the back with like the curtain. Because this is old school shit. This isn't Blockbuster. This is a mom and pop. So they had the curtain only and 18 and older. But we didn't go in there for the porno. We went in there for the Faces of Death. You familiar with that?
No.
So Faces of Death were essentially snuff films for back in the day. Do you even know what a snuff film is? A snuff film is essentially somebody being murdered or dying on tape. Yeah, well, bro, I'm a sick fuck. Welcome to my life. So now there's controversy whether these were real or not. Like even to this day, people say that all the Faces of Death movies were all fake. It was filmed old school. Like, all right, I'll just describe to you the first opening of the first Faces of Death. It was shot documentary style. It would essentially go from story to story to story. Like one of them was, all right, well, I'll start in the beginning. So one of them, it opens up and it shows the like skull, Faces of Death. It was the coolest cover too. It was just a skull with a hoodie like the Grim Reaper with a snake coming through his eyes. It was awesome. And of course, my poor father, no idea. I just bring it up with that in fucking Metal Gear Solid and just give it to him. And yeah, ring it, he'll go up and rent it for me. No idea. Know what the fucking, the guy looks at him like, you sure you want? Yeah, I don't know. So the intro to this is kind of cruel and fucked up, but there's a table. There's a guy narrating, and he's trying to say, in this country, this is a delicacy, blah, blah, blah. They take a little baby monkey. I know, I see your face because you're a humanitarian, you're an animal guy. I got to tell you this. They take a little baby monkey, like the one from Aladdin, and they put his head through a center of a table, a circle, and the monkey's just sitting like this, just looking at people like a monkey does. And these people would take turns with a mallet and hit it on the head, and not smash it, but just enough for all of them to hit it on the head, and eventually the monkey would die. And then they would cut the top of the monkey's head off, like your boy Hannibal. Remember? He does it to Ray Liotta, and he cuts his head, remember? And then he feeds him his own braids, and he's all fucked up. You're a lousy cook. Remember that? So these motherfuckers would just cut the monkey's head, open it, and just scoop the brain and eat it like it's a delicacy. I say all that to say, there was one where there was like in Florida, and it was like a guy that got called down to a lake because there was a gator in there, and it was like a public lake. So they had a cop go out on like a little rowboat and fucking get the gator. Well, the gator eats the cop alive. And you see it. And I was like 9, 10, 11, 12 years old, just like, oh yeah, it's Friday night. This is awesome. No problem. I don't know if it fucked me up. I mean, I think I turned out okay. But yeah, Faces of Death, look it up. I bet you a million people that are watching this know what the fuck Faces of Death is, and they've seen it. So, though I say all that to say, Metal Gear Solid, though, renting that game changed my fucking life. I went home that night, and I remember, like, my friend that I was with, I didn't even play it, like, with him there. I remember thinking to myself, we'll play other shit and I'll save it, because I knew this was going to be an experience. He went home, blah, 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 blah. Saturday morning comes. I used to wake up Saturday mornings, 8 a.m., no problem. I'd get up, I'd go, run downstairs to the basement, and popped it in. I remember that first intro. I just remember it going, holy shit. And I remember playing it and getting my ass kicked and dying and not understanding. But there was nothing more satisfying than grinding through that game. And then once the story got you, I was fucking in. And I'd never been so involved in a game. I played Mario. I played Zelda. Need for Speed. Like all these games. I never felt so involved and so encompassed into a game as Metal Gear Solid. That kicked off my love. I actually before I beat the game and before the rental was up, I returned the rental. And the guy couldn't understand why I was returning the rental before it was up. And I said, you don't understand, sir. I need to return this to you. I am going to Funko Land and I am buying a version for myself and then finishing the game. He just didn't get it. And I rode my little ass on my bike from Hicksville Road to Hempstead Turnpike, which is far as fuck. It was probably 20 miles, 15, 20 miles. I returned the game early and I fucking bought the game brand new and I fucking beat it at home and it was the greatest thing ever. So God bless Metal Gear Solid. If I could replay a game and have that feeling again, I haven't had it since. I've probably played 1,000 games in between and never once have I really had a game hit my soul like Metal Gear Solid. God bless.
Yo, they should remake that one.
Yeah, that's my number one. The way Resident Evil was remade, I would pay $100 for a Metal Gear PS1 original remake, just like how Resident Evil, that quality. I don't think it'll ever happen, though.
Yo, that shit was ahead of its time.
More than people know. And you play something like Sons of Liberty and you listen to that last transmission, the last 15, 12 minutes. Just go on YouTube, type in Metal Gear Solid Sons of Liberty Final Transmission. You're welcome. The parallels that it runs to today's world, it will actually fuck you up. That's all I got to say. All right, do we have any more topics? I feel like this is... we going world record again on this show for a time?
This is the last one.
All right, last one. Last one.
All right, so if you were to make an original game, what would it be, the genre or story?
I've, for a long time, and you know this, but I'll speak on it. I've been trying to create a Wu-Tang game for a long time. I've been trying to create an NES or SNES Wu-Tang side-scroller, you know, the Battle of Shaolin, like something like that, Ninja Gaiden style, something of that sort. It's hard because, you got to find someone to develop it. I've talked to so many people I started this quest on trying to make this game in 2015. I hit up a lot of people, and a lot of people were willing to help me with the artwork. Nobody knew how to, from square one, develop a game, make it work, make it legitimate, and then I'm still in the middle of trying to do that, and I'm trying to talk to Raekwon about it because I'm trying to get him to understand why it would benefit everybody, because retro gaming is such a hot thing, and then the Woo and the I'm not going to just do it by myself and then start selling it and then get a cease and desist from Raekwon or something. I don't want to ruin my relationship I built with the clan over these years. You know what I'm saying? So that is something I would like. It would be a side scroller or a beat 'em up. Like a Streets of Rage would be amazing, but like Wu-Tang. I love Shaolin style. It's a good game, but I could think of a lot better ways to utilize the Wu-Tang brand in a video game. So that's probably what I would go with. Yeah. All right, I think we'll shut it down from here. That was a shit ton of topics. Good show. Episode 10 is coming up. That's going to be like the big anniversary. We're going to do a lot of cool shit. This is episode 8. 9's going to be dropping soon. Keep a lookout at Retro and Rare on Instagram, at Retro and Rare Podcast, at Just Retro Chillin'. Follow this guy. Until next time, peace.